So when I first started to dive into this world of artificial intelligence, it was through mostly the field of artificial life. And to quote Takashi Kegami, who is a life researcher, he is always saying that artificial life is bigger than artificial intelligence, because this is about the idea of simulating life, simulating a system present in the nature, and which is something bigger than our understanding. When you talk about artificial intelligence, there is always this anthropomorphic, or maybe this more human-centered notion that I want to avoid in my work, because I want people to project beyond the human. And I think there are many different ways of using AIs. Maybe some artists are using AI as a tool, but what I like is to consider AI as a different form of life, maybe a new kind of form of life, and to create situations and collaborations that I experiment into laboratories or with systems I create.
何考えてるかな。何考えてるんかな。
I think the artists and the scientists, they share the same vision, like they share the idea of creating new tools, creating new experience to give their definition of the world and to measure. So sometimes they have to invent those tools to measure the world and to deliver their vision. I think it's really like the same perspective, but we are using, of course, different systems, different displays. And that's why the fact of researching and at the end presenting something is also a common display that makes very easy for me to project my art into science. And I always want to create this energy of collaborations, not only using science as a tool, but just to also dive into the scientific research of my collaborators. And it's, for me, successful when both of us have an interest to make one situation. So for me it will be like an art experience. For example, in this work, Coexistence, I set this interaction between the robot and the human. And for them it was also a scientific moment to see what was going on in a particular moment with this dialogue and dance feeling. So I think it's very important to sense your collaboration in a way to go beyond in the same direction together. And I was very impressed when I arrived to the museum, because the museum has so many great pieces. Like there is the Belgrade Hands, which is amazing, and they have also behind me all those robotic arms, which are really showing how can we learn to the machine how to behave. And in return, I want in my work most of the time to ask what can we learn also us from the machine. So in France, when you talk about visual art, the term is plastic, and plastic relates to the shape, to give a shape to something. And for me also this word of plastic, it's also connected to the plasticity of the brain and the capacity of adapting and being able to really learn and to make your brain having a special shape, because as we know, like all the brains have a different shape regarding the training we do. And I think it's the same for the collaboration between artists and scientists. Maybe artists are giving more this plasticity to the shape, to the experiment, and to the collaboration that will also have a vision and will have an embodiment of the scientific theory. And for the scientists, it's always, I think, an achievement to see also that it can be shown in different fields and beyond, and also to have this feedback of the audience, because now the audience are very mixed between art and science. It's always very precious for them to see also how people see their research from outside, and especially when it touches to very sensitive topics, like for example working with animals and all this, it's always creating something to the audience that it's nice for them to have the feedbacks. The reception of my work is always different regarding especially like the countries. For example, when I show my work in Europe, like in France, people are always very sensitive about this question of the robot, why we have to build like a machine which is like us, and I think it's because it's very Catholic-centered vision that only God could create the humans, and why are we trying to recreate humans? So I think it really depends also of the culture and to the deepest notions that we have in us. But for example, when I show my work in Japan, people are really aware and really like for them to see a robot is something so normal that they go beyond this idea and this first approach. So it's always, I would say, very different. And what I like also is to keep my work quite abstract, so people can also project their feelings and project situations into it. And it's amazing to have the feedbacks. For example, I had some kids in Italy, they were thinking it's a love story between the robot and the humans, and some people were thinking about, yeah, an animal, especially because of the voice of the robot. And it's nice to see that the reception is all the time very personal, and I like very much to have these feedbacks, because for me it's a sign that people can really, like you deliver the work to the audience and the audience receive it in a bad or in a good way, but still there is a reaction and there is an understanding which is very personal.